وَأْمُرْ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَانْهَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. O my son, encourage people to do good, enjoin that which is good, which means go out and promote goodness and demote vice. That which is evil, discourage people from it. Tell them, look, this is evil, this is bad, don't do this. Speak to the people, communicate with them in a good way. When you have goodness, do not be selfish. Today we are Muslimin. Do you know, a lot of us have not even invited non-Muslims to Islam. Some of us are shy. We are so shy, we say, hey, you know, Islam has such a bad name. How can I invite this friend of mine? He's going to tell me, hey, you want me to accept Islam and you want me to make my life difficult just like that? So we are so shy, we don't even tell them, brother, there is something called Islam. In actual fact, if you study it, you will find it to be the best. You will find it to be the solution to all your problems. We're too shy to say that. Go and look at those who've reverted to Islam. At times they are stronger than the born Muslims. And they are more passionate about giving the message to others because they know they were upon darkness. When they saw the light, it turned on so bright that they could see so much compared to what they had in the past, which was complete darkness. So this is why, do not underestimate the value of a small message that you give a person you work with, or a person who might be in your company for whatever reason, who is not a believer. Even for a moment, if you've said something, it is worth it. Can I tell you, you can get a DVD, you can get a CD, you can get a booklet, you can get anything, perhaps, and just give them to say, my brother, I just want you to know what I believe in. Please go through it, you will understand us better. That's all. That is the minimum you could do. More than that, you can actually sit and discuss. Remember to be very respectful. Remember to be very respectful. This verse is telling us, giving us advice as Muslimin, to say, if you are selfish with your Islam, you are wrong. You need to convey it. Not only to non-Muslims, but even amongst ourselves. We need to encourage each other to do good. And we need to demote bad in a way that people are convinced that this is bad. You know, if you have a child and you tell him, my son, do me a favor, that switch you see there is an electrical switch. Never touch it. What have you done? You have given him good advice. You have prohibited him from something bad. But some of these children, they say, my dad said don't touch it. Let's see why. Let's see why. Now they start taking a pair of scissors and poking it inside. When you see it, you take them and you take the scissors away. Hey, don't do that. You know what's a clever thing to do? Go to Google. I told you he's a sheikh. And you can check some little clips of how people have been burnt because of tampering with electricity. Call your child. Just have a look at this. You show it to them once, they'll never ever go close again. And you watch the child. When other children come, they'll say, hey, you know what? I saw a clip of what happens to people who touch these things. Don't even go near. They'll say, no problem. They take it easier from their comrades than from us. So this means you thought of a way of explaining to them. But if you don't think of a way, you might tell them all their lives, and a child may die because of electricity. There are so many who have because of that. Because you did not think of a good way to prohibit them from that evil. The same applies in the Sharia. The same applies in Islam. When you want to discourage people from bad, don't just go and blast them and start telling them how much they are out of the fold and going into the fire of Jahannam and all that. They will turn away from you and they'll still do what they are doing. Just like the children. But speak to them in a beautiful way. Explain to them why it's wrong. Come out and convince them to the degree that they will then go and tell other people, you know what, my brother, I used to be there before, but believe me, that's not the path. Come and see what it's supposed to be like. Subhanallah. What a beautiful piece of advice.